Apple Arcade just launched its biggest expansion yet, growing its catalogue to more than 180 games. Today we're going to have a look at all the new games which were released. Many new arcade originals landed on Apple Arcade. These games are playable across iPhone, iPad, Mac and Apple TV. 2K have just brought us a full NBA 2K21 simulation experience to arcade. This is fantastic as compared to NBA 2K Mobile Basketball or NBA 2K20. You won't be limited to the annoying energy system in the free version and in-app purchases. The Apple Arcade version has a new graphics engine, providing performance optimizations, higher graphics quality, and improved AI and animation. All this delivers a console NBA experience. Go into 5-on-5 basketball with the NBA roster and enjoy a variety of game modes: Arena Quick Match, cross-platform online multiplayer, Backtop Quick Match, and My Career. Get ready to step into the role of your favorite Star Trek heroes and villains. Star Trek Legends aims to provide an original storyline where the fate of the universe is in your hands. You'll go into fun missions, enjoy turn-based combat, recruit over 40 characters from the franchise, and you can make decisions that will dramatically alter the story. This one also provides top-notch graphics with rendered 3D worlds, animated characters, and a dynamic graphics system. For fans of the franchise, you won't want to miss this one. Now for something a little more casual, a tile matching game. This popular animated series is not new to the App Store. Outside of Apple Arcade, we already have Pop Time and Crunch Time. Now it's Story Time. Follow Simon and his cat on their new adventure, where the tranquility of their suburban life is under threat by a huge building site. So, to help, players will have to solve match 3 puzzles, and as you do this, the community will rebuild and restore the gardens and the lands before the diggers destroy it all. I'm so happy to see Gameloft back on Apple Arcade. The Oregon Trail looks like something completely different from what Gameloft have been producing lately. This is actually an official successor to their original game with the same name, which was released back in 2009. Players will choose their traveling party, stock their wagon with supplies, and embark on a big journey. You'll have to make difficult choices, face dangers, and unexpected situations. We're talking about blizzards, broken limbs, snake bites, exhaustion, starvation, and much more. All of this pain is to get to Oregon before the winter. The game has Native American playable characters and stories, and all of this has been done to celebrate the history and culture of the people who first lived on this land and still live here today. Cool. I can't believe this game is finally here. It's been available for pre-order since October last year. Who remembers when it was originally called Box Project? Anyway, Wonderbox is a create-your-own-adventure type of game. Think of something like Little Big Planet. Create a hero, go on adventures created either by the developer, Aquarius, or you can go into the creator mode and make your own levels, you can share them with others to play, you can play other players' levels, and you can enjoy the party mode, where up to 4 players can play any adventure together. Amazing. So the game is kind of all built around player connection and community, and I'm excited to see what everyone makes here. Fantasian is a new type of JRPG on Apple Arcade, featuring real handmade dioramas that blend physical environments and 3D characters. It's one of the most beautiful games that I've ever played. When you're exploring, it's hard not to just stop and go, hey, wait a second, all of this is real. I also love the battle mechanics that expand on the JRPG genre, such as the Dimension battle mechanic, which lets you send previously encountered enemies into a separate dungeon to face at a later time. So the first chapter is out now, and it takes around 20 hours to complete, and the second chapter will be coming later in the year. Cut the Rope is back. This was one of the first games I played on the App Store. Right here is a 3D remaster of the Cut the Rope puzzle game, yet it aims to provide all the nostalgia from the original games. Cut ropes, avoid obstacles, and use boosters to get the candy to the hungry green monster Om Nom. Just classic. It reminds me of the good old days of mobile gaming, but with a modern twist on it. Song Pop Party is another game by Gameloft. It's good to see them again. Song Pop is a very popular music quiz game franchise. Now the newest game is out on Apple Arcade. It has a very big catalogue, from cult classics to today's pop hits, and lots of unlockable songs by genre, artist, decade, topic, and so forth. You can play with others locally or online in music trivia, go into arena mode and test your knowledge with other players, or you can just play alone. Please note, right now this game isn't on Mac for some reason. I'm sure this is a bug or something and will be updated soon. What? Clap hands on Apple Arcade? Believe it. This is the first time this franchise has been on any Apple platform, because previously it's always been available on PlayStation. Anyway, it provides a new golf experience where you can change characters with each hole. Play the tour mode and travel the globe recruiting team members, play score attack with one character and 9 holes, enjoy multiplayer for 2 to 4 players, fantastic, and have a go at the survival mode. Yes, we need more games like this on Apple Arcade, a console action game. This one is by Platinum Games, the people behind Nier Automata and the Bayonetta series. World of Demons is also inspired by Ghosts of Tsushima. Players will go into a fantasy world full of yokai. You follow a samurai leading these yokai minions and will go out on a journey to defeat monsters and bosses. As you play, you'll explore stunning locations, expand your abilities, and meet other samurai allies with their own fighting styles. Previously, Bandai Namco brought us Pac-Man Party Royale. This game, which I can't pronounce, it's a music rhythm game. Sync to the rhythm and drum away with the notes. It features 4 difficulty levels: easy, normal, hard, and extreme. And you can jump into different modes and collect costumes, and you can play drum against your friends online. Look, it probably won't be for everyone, but don't judge it from first glance. Give it a go and you might find it addicting. Now let's have a look at the new App Store greats. These are some of the best games from the history of the App Store, now available on Apple Arcade. You get the full version of all of these games with their respective DLCs, and they have no ads or in-app purchases. Most of these games are only available on iPhone and iPad, however. Fruit Ninja is one of the earliest games on the App Store, made popular by its very addicting fruit slicing mechanic. I'd say much of Half-Brick's success probably started with this one. Fruit Ninja Classic Plus comes with new updates and updated resolutions. Play a classic game and slice for a high score, practice your skills in the Zen mode, enjoy bananas in the arcade mode, collect blades and dojos, or play local multiplayer with your friends. This one is great with an Apple Pencil too. Monument Valley is an unimaginable masterpiece. It's a beautiful and surreal game where you must manipulate the environment by twisting and dragging everything to help a princess pass through strange worlds. On Apple Arcade, Monument Valley includes both of the game's expansions, Forgotten Shores and Ida's Dream. Once again, you get to fly and survive in Badlands, a side-scrolling adventure platformer. The game is set in a gorgeous but very dangerous forest. avoid dangerous obstacles, use power-ups, solve puzzles, and enjoy working out how to manage all the clones of yourself. You can play single player, versus, and co-op mode for up to 4 players on one device. You can go into online multiplayer for up to 4 players. It's got a lot here. Please note Badland Plus is also available on Apple TV. This is probably because the game already had a tvOS build. Chameleon Run is an incredibly unique one. It's an auto runner with a twist, all based around changing colour. What I mean by this is that you have to switch your character's colour to match the ground below as you cross the platforms. This might look easy at first, but think again. The game starts slow and then it just gets faster and faster and faster. It's hectic. Please note Chameleon Run Plus is also available on Apple TV. Again, this is probably because this game already had a tvOS build. Puzzler Black is back, now with updated resolutions for iPhone and iPad. What do you actually do here? Simple. You shape a line that collects all coloured circles, avoiding black holes on its route. The cool thing is that there are so many ways to play and no specific moves that you must master. Every level has almost unlimited ways to find a solution. You can solve a puzzle simply, or go into it with a deep and complex approach. Black is by Konami Brother, who recently brought us Frost and Lifelike on Apple Arcade. The original Number Slider 3s is a tiny puzzle that grows on the player as they merge small numbers to create bigger numbers and repeat to avoid gridlock. Does that make sense? It's just a little casual game that is great to play for short bursts, to unwind, or maybe if you're on the bus. The Room 2 pioneered the premium puzzle adventure genre on mobile back in 2012. For the time, it had some of the most realistic 3D locations, detailed 3D objects, and impressive audio for a mobile game. It's also quite similar to the atmosphere of games like Myst or something more recent like The House of Da Vinci. I hope they bring the first game to Apple Arcade too. Get ready for one of the best survival games. Don't Starve Pocket Edition lets you play as a scientist, Wilson, who is trapped in a mysterious wilderness world. Together, you must learn how to exploit the environment and its creatures to escape and get back home. This version on Apple Arcade includes the original Don't Starve, along with the complete Reigns of Giants expansion, and it has updated resolutions for iPad Pro. I hope they also bring the other expansions, Shipwrecked and Hamlet, to this version. Please. Mini Metro is by Dinosaur Polo Club, who recently brought us Mini Motorways on Apple Arcade. In the first game here, you're designing a subway map for a growing city, and in Mini Motorways, you draw roads to fix traffic. Both games are fantastic. Please note this game is also available on Mac. Again, this is probably because this game already had a Mac build. Swipe left and right to rule the kingdom in the hit that started the Reigns series. I wouldn't call this a groundbreaking game, but the graphics are calming, it's super fun, though it can be a little repetitive at times, so it's good to play in short bursts, and there is a story bundled in there. We already have Reigns Beyond on Apple Arcade, which is probably a much more expansive version of this one, but if you enjoyed that game, don't miss this one if you haven't played it before. Okay, let's look at Timeless Classics. Timeless Classics include universally loved quintessential genres which are now available on Apple Arcade. You get the full version of all of these games with no in-app purchases and third-party ads. Just note, these games are only available on iPhone and iPad. Who doesn't love a good game of chess? In this game, you can practice your skills against bots or play online. There are different themes you can pick too. The user interface is straightforward, so you can focus right in on the chess action. This is one of my most played games on the App Store. I've been playing it for more than 10 years. Originally on my first gen iPad, now on my iPad Pro 4th gen. You can start a new deal, play daily challenges, or play against a random player. To play, tap or drag cards to arrange them in descending order with alternating colours. But honestly, there is much more to it than that. Here is another solitaire game. Flip Flop Solitaire is like other solitaires, but with a few tweaks. Every deal is winnable. What you can do is stack down, up, or even both ways on a single stack. For example, you could stack an 8 on a 7 or a club on a spade. But keep in mind, you can only move a stack of a single suit. It's different and fun, but still challenging and addicting. Backgammon is a very old game on the App Store, and also a very old board game in general. In fact, it's like 5,000 years old or something. Think about that. You can play against the AI with 3 levels of difficulty, play with 2 players, play online, or you can invite a friend to play. Checkers Royale, also known as Draughts to some people, is a strategy board game. You can verse the computer or a friend on a 6x6, 8x8 or 10x10 board. There are currently 5 different levels with 8 different designs and 5 different rules based on your location. This is something different for Sudoku. Good Sudoku turns your iPhone or iPad into an AI-powered Sudoku genius. The AI will help you to learn how to play this classic game, Sudoku. I'll leave it at that, and you can learn the rest. Here we have a tile matching game. The game uses a set of Mahjong tiles rather than cards. This Apple Arcade version has all 2,000 plus boards unlocked from the start instead of having to pay for them in the regular App Store version. A new board appears every day too. Really Bad Chess is chess but with completely random pieces. You could have 4 bishops, 8 knights, and 3 pawns on the board. It's a small twist on chess, but provides a different experience that, who knows, chess lovers or strategy fans may really get into. Plus, if you don't like chess, or if you're bad at it like me, you might actually find this one fun. Word search meets strategy here, folks. The goal is to find words at least 3 letters long. You do this by dragging across the letter, or you can tap them in sequence, and you can do all this with diagonals and so forth too. Words only work once per game, and larger words mean larger rewards. There are 11 modes here as well. Look, it's just a good game to keep your mind sharp. Nothing better than relaxing to a good old game of crosswords. In Tiny Crossword, you can try out literally thousands of puzzles. The game is a great way to improve your vocabulary and maybe your general knowledge. A new puzzle appears every day. Like the name implies, Sudoku Simple is a beginner-friendly Sudoku experience that uses color in order to help you learn how to play the game. This means it's all very easy on your eyes, it's not overwhelming, and it's great how it has smaller puzzle grids, and you can adjust the difficulty of levels. And you can also enable a classic Sudoku layout if you'd prefer, and that is found in settings. Here are some more games which will be coming soon to Apple Arcade. Leo's Fortune Plus will soon be releasing under the App Store Greats collection. It's a platform adventure where you hunt down a nasty thief that stole your gold. This game will finally be updated for iPad Pros with 120Hz support too. This game will also be available on Apple TV. Embark on an epic journey through the medieval fantasy world of Kingdom Rush in this upcoming RPG. Legends of Kingdom Rush will have legendary heroes, amazing companions, new adventures, new achievements, and new lore all awaiting you. This game will be playable on all Apple platforms. Forensic Overtime combines fast-paced, engaging gameplay, good-looking visuals, and sound in an arcade-style puzzle game that players can easily pick up and play. The game will be available on all Apple platforms. So, what do you think of this massive expansion? What games are you going to play first? What type of games would you like to see come next? Let me know in the comments. While I'm super excited by all these games coming, I think Apple needs to do a better job at organizing the Apple Arcade page on the App Store. It's confusing to know what platform these games are on now, and all of the categories are a little overwhelming too. Leave a like if you found the video useful, and subscribe and turn on notifications to stay up to date with everything Apple Arcade related. My name's Stewie, and thanks for watching.